ground.
Even it's slowly getting dismantled across the season.
Yeah.
It'll be like just like 2 porta cabins that go for a piss in at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And a man and his dog.
And there's gonna be no. It actually might be kind of cool if they just like destructed one side of one goal end.
Yeah, I would like
and
that.
then just have it open.
We used to see that a lot in the 90s when they were rebuilding. They're trying to make everything all-seater. They always had, one end of the ground was just a building site or something. Or,
Yeah.
Arsenal had a weird thing because they redid one of the stands when they went on Highbury. They made it all-seater and they had just this weird painted mural for half a season. So like a giant painting just to fans going. Hooray.
Well, that's our
Really
idea for our Bayview soccer team that we made up last year.
But I think we're going to put it on the outside of the ground. We weren't going to put that. We're going to have real fans inside, presumably.
No. What I'm saying, like the design of the stadium would be that because there's those old warehouses.
Oh yeah.
By Barnacle Buds, you could just build the stand into one. So it has the open corners, but one of the corners has like a building like in it.
Yeah.
And it has like the name of the stadium on it, or like a video board or something. And just like a nice 25,000 seat arena, and call it the Shipyard.
That'd be terrific. Well, there's a plan for a while for Chelsea to buy have you ever heard of Battersea Power Station in London? It's like an iconic kind of old building, I guess. And they were going to build a new stadium sort of not within it, but incorporating some of the old architecture and stuff. It's a really striking building. You can see a picture of it. But then I guess they got outbid by a businessman from somewhere in Asia, I guess. So they didn't get it. Which is unfortunate because that, much like dislike Chelsea, I would enjoy a stadium incorporating architecture from a disused power station.
Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that it would, like our idea, it incorporates kind of the past of that area.
Yeah, local stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is neat, I think.
I think so.
It gives your club if in our case it would be a new club, an identity like right away.
Especially when loads of new stadiums now, they're all kind of pretty similar. Do something different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, Stoke were rubbish.
Stoke.
I did enjoy you mentioned you enjoyed Boney's hold-up play. It's like I did not notice that in that game because they were too busy getting...
I always notice it because I just watch him the whole game.
So a wistful tear in your eye. Oh,
yeah.
Wilfred. What's he doing there? Once they get relegated, he can come back to Swansea,
though. Liverpool, Leicester.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah, they were all over.
I have not seen the fourth goal because I finally succumbed to my hangover at that point.
You took a nap.
Yeah, well, it wasn't...
Dave!
It wasn't a full nap.
This is news. Breaking news. Where's the breaking news music? Dave took a nap.
It wasn't really a nap because it was one of those ones where I felt like I was falling and I was on the couch and then I had a little bit of drool inside my mouth. I don't know if I was actually asleep.
You were asleep.
I was picking up to sleep, yeah.
You did it, Dave.
And all it takes is 10 pints for hours to sleep. Excellent. And it's good to know next time so I can be prepared. But no, that was quite a fun game as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Leicester didn't really look like they had much at all. They were just getting overrun.
Well, their defense, I mean, you have, what was it, the combined ages of 72 years old or something like that? Huth and Morgan?
No.
Yeah.
It's not 72.
I heard it's over 70 or something like that.
Huth's only like maybe early 30s. Morgan's like 30. It can't be over 70.
I don't know, man. Either way.
Yeah, Morgan's gone back to sort of, high-level championship centre-back.
Yeah.
He probably is.
Yeah. And I'm not a big fan of Danny Simpson. I never have been. I don't really know what he does.
Oh, he's alright, but I guess they just need to kind of settle into find their rhythm without Kante, because I guess they're just seem to get exposed an awful lot. Because, well, I guess Amartey wouldn't be starting if Mendy wasn't injured.
Right, it'd be Mendy. Yeah.
I think they might end up going to a 3 at some point.
4-3-3.
Yeah. I think they might have to.
I don't think they have the pieces for 4-4-2 anymore. Well, plus they bought Slimani now. Yeah. So why not just play 4-3-3 and have...
Like Morris, Slimani, Vardy with Musa to come off the bench.
Yeah.
And pretty much go anywhere.
And Okazaki, to spell Vardy, because Vardy always plays every game.
Though.
And they really sacrifice him in that. Well, maybe just go 3-5-2 then.
3-4-3.
Or 3-4-3.
2-4-4. Switch it around. I don't know what
matchup.
Maybe not. Doesn't work.
I don't know what Leicester would do, but I don't even know why they bought Slimani. That didn't make like a lot of sense.
No. Well,
I mean, he's a good player, obviously, but you have Okazaki, who, if you're going to play 4-4-2, is exactly the kind of striker you need to play behind the main man.
and every time they play someone good, he's going to be starting because he does all the graft, as they say.
Right. He makes the defense feel uncomfortable when they have possession.
Yeah.
You need somebody like that.
What I would say as well about Klopp's Liverpool,
Ooh.
much better with when Coutinho's not starting, I think.
Yeah, the ball kind of dies when it gets to his feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The game stops almost because he's doing his dribbling thing and trying to create a shot for himself and not really including the other players. But you take him out.
Was Firmino, Sturridge, and Mane with Lalana, and what's his pass? Gini Wijnaldum.
That's a
behind.
That's a good midfield.
He's pretty good. And I guess Jordan Henderson, but you can't win them all, can you?
Where's Emre Can?
He's not the club captain, so he's not allowed to play. Probably. I don't know, actually.
Wouldn't Emre Can be a better option than Jordan Henderson, right?
Well, we all know that.
I mean, just based off of last year's performance from Chan, I
Not
thought...
just last year, just every year, Jordan Henderson.
No, but when
Yeah, I know what
Henderson
you
was hurt, Chan was, I mean, I would say much better. A much better option. He does a much better job of creating offense, creating attack.
And also preventing the other team as well.
Yeah.
He just does everything better.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have that weird run either.
Yeah.
Which I find, frankly, off-putting.
I
They're good, though. Yeah, I don't know.
think there are 5 teams that can compete for the title, legitimately.
Who are you ruling out, Arsenal or Spurs?
Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal are contending for the title at all. Not even close.
What do you say? 8th place, wasn't it?
I said they were finishing 8th.
I would love it. It'd be terrific.
But I think legitimately you have City, United,
Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs.
Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs. Yep.
I think you've probably got 2 teams.
That are actually... But maybe... Nah, I don't know. I think...
I would like to see Liverpool make a push for it.
I think they could totally do it. Plus, once by Christmas, they'll have had almost a full year with Klopp.
Yeah.
Or more than a full year with Klopp. And he's going to have decided by then exactly... He's going to have a better feel for his team and who he knows is going to play the style that he wants. They're going to understand his style much better and get a chemistry going. I don't know. I think Liverpool's dangerous for those... Maybe not... I think they're dangerous for City, too, actually. The way City likes to play and the way that Klopp likes to play, they're two very different styles.
Well, yeah, something like Lalana against the City team.
A counter-attacking team against a Pep team is always... I mean, look at what Atletico Madrid was able to do to Barcelona.
We could just have them sat right on top of your... You're talking about the little defensive triangles that you have.
Yeah.
Just get them pushed right up.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to cut it off at the source.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And that's actually... And this is not happening often. Alan Pardew, tactics on Saturday.
Yeah.
Against Middlesbrough, they like to kind of build it up from the back. He played James MacArthur, Scottish kind of midfield dynamo. Mm-hmm. He played him like as a number 10 almost. So he's like the defensive midfielder, but playing in front of the creator.
Yeah.
Just kind of disrupting, when their defense and their deep line playmaker had the ball. And it was very effective.
Well, that's what you have to do, I think, when you are up against a team that they will do anything in their control to play it from the back. You just get right up on their back line.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. Just
make them hit long balls all day. Or make them make silly passes and you win possession deep in territory.
Yeah.
To me, it's the most obvious thing to do. Because you just shut down everything.
Yeah, like the Pulis tactic of we'll just sit back. I mean, sometimes it works, which is fine, but it's not always going to work.
No. If you're playing a team that loves possession, loves to play, just press the shit out of them.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah. Just
like a thumb.
Yeah.
We need to get a video element to this podcast.
Maybe YouTube. I can like station my phone over to our right.
Oh yeah.
And just press play, and then we can just. Actually, we probably could do
It's
that.
live.
It would be pretty easy to do, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, Swansea Chelsea. Well, that was a weird game.
That was quite.
I went to put the groceries away, and
changed the game. You changed it.
It was 1-1. I'll take one.
Yeah, I know.
It was 1-1 after Gylfi hit the penalty.
What was the penalty when you were away, right? You missed the penalty being awarded, I think.
Yes, but I watched it, scored, and then he scored it, and then I went back and tried to finish putting the groceries away, and then Fair scored.
Well, I didn't really see it. I think we were talking, and then because Chelsea had the ball so deep, and then just kind of looked up and went, "Oh, what's he doing with the ball in front of the goalkeeper?"
Yeah,
scoring badly.
It was a great. I love a crap goal.
It turned out he'd been fouling Gary Cahill, which I enjoyed.
Of course he did, but who cares?
Well, Gary Cahill did. You could have seen it was a foul from the moon, he said.
Is that what he said?
Something like that, yeah.
Arsehole. Douche. I don't care. It was Chelsea, and I really enjoyed the physical play. People are going to say, well, they're just battering him up and down the pitch, but I don't care. If it's Diego Costa, anytime there's an aerial duel, just get his shoulder right in the small of his back.
It was good fun. I like an aggressive centre forward and a centre half kind of having a go at each other for a full 90 minutes.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Yeah.
And obviously, if it had been the other way around, I would have gone, those centre halves were bastards. But because it was Chelsea, it was like, oh, Costa's a bastard.
Yeah.
Really. I love them all.
Yeah. It was good fun. Costa, I mean, for all of his douchebaggery, is quite the striker, and he's back in form.
Well, anything that gets you an extra couple of % edge on your opponent, you should do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he does.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. He does look a bit weird. I don't like his face at all.
I don't know what he looks like.
Like a kind of a gorilla that's had a tough upbringing that's been shaved a little bit. He looks like he has to shave.
He is a gorilla.
I think he has to shave at half time.
He's a brute.
By the time he goes off the pitch, he's kind of...
Yeah, I mean, he's constantly at 5 o'clock shadow, but I'm convinced he shaves every morning.
And probably after lunch. He never stops. He's always got his little electric in the pocket. He's like, don't mind me just doing my cheeks.
Yeah. But the first half, I mean, it was all Chelsea.
They should really been out of sight by half time.
Yeah. They had way too many chances for them not to be up 3-0 at halftime. But Swansea, to their credit, came on the second half and applied the pressure.
Well, they changed it around after 41 minutes as well, which is
which was terrific.
Oh.
Neil Taylor is hard done by. No, he's not. He stinks. Get him out of there.
Remember when the commentator said, it's a bit of maybe a tactical change for Swansea. It looks like Bauer's coming for Neil Taylor. We cheered that more than either of the goals.
Yeah.
Hey! Neil. Poor Neil.
Yeah. I mean, he could have waited till halftime probably. I mean, in fairness to Neil, it's probably better to make a change like that at halftime, especially if it's at 41 minutes.
Well, I don't really get the point of setting someone on so he warms up and he goes on for 5 minutes and then he goes back to sit back down and he has to... Yeah, it seems stupid.
Yeah.
But I think they did mention he was making the change a few minutes earlier.
Barrow was waiting from like the 35th minute. Yeah. So, yeah. But I liked Guidoline's honesty. He's like, I got the system wrong. You know, what do you want me to do? I picked it wrong. And he said he was sorry to Neil or whatever. I bet he said he was sorry I picked you. I shouldn't have picked you.
Sorry Hugh didn't sell you in the transfer window. I might did a few weeks off after the Euros. It'd take a couple of months, Neil.
But Barrow came on and just ran at Azpilicueta and Ivanovic. He kind of switched sides a little bit.
Yeah. And
they needed somebody like that to do that because the fullbacks didn't have anything to worry about for Chelsea until Barrow came on. And they moved Gylfi out left and kind of had him cutting in with Kingsley overlapping. That was nice. I could see that being the system from now on.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I did find it weird, though, they didn't kind of just target Ivanovic from the start, though, because all he would have to do is...
I mean, we all remember Montero against...
He has to watch the Swansea playing them last year to see that would have been...
Yeah, Montero was all over him.
Like, Ivanovic isn't that fast, and he doesn't like little fellas running at him.
Yeah.
Who does? But he particularly doesn't like it.
Yeah. But it was a very entertaining game nonetheless.